Thanks for joining me today. I'm going to give you a little bit of an idea. If you're out on the road and you find that bead and you decide you really want to wear it that night, you'll find something. It could be string, something as simple as this, because you just really didn't want to wait till you got home and had all your tools and all the right things. Now, however, when you're using a string, you're going to have to be pretty careful with it, because you can only buy beads that have really large holes, which not too many do. Some of your more primitive beads will have bigger holes, like these from Africa. They've got a pretty good size hole there. But you can find something, I mean, you know, to get you by until you can find what you really wanted. Now, if you're in any metropolitan city, no problem. There's a bead store in every town. Beading has become a huge industry. Everybody wants to get on it. Everybody wants to do it. So that shouldn't be a problem finding beads. I find most of mine when I'm traveling. However, there is this great show in Tucson every year that I can buy beads from all over the world under one huge tent. So, well, not one huge tent, it's the whole town turns into nothing but beads. So you lose your mind, and you know, you carry your big rollerboard suitcase because you know you're gonna fill it up with all these exotic treasures. So here's a few examples of exotic treasures that you might find at a bead show, or maybe even at a bead store locally somewhere. And you could also contact me at my studio, because I do sell some of my special beads and pendants, because obviously I have quite an array here.